Hi, welcome to Mouse Magic. I'm Lewis. Thanks for tuning in. Today, I'm going to talk about the Christopher Robin teaser and trailer. So we're going to start off by watching the teaser, then the trailer, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and what I hope for the movie, and enjoy this preview.
We've called an emergency meeting this weekend.
I promised my wife and daughter I'd take them away this weekend, sir.
We need to cut 20%.
You were promised these people good jobs.
I thought you'd do anything for this company.
Well, have a good time.
What to do, what to do, what to do.
What to do indeed.
Pooh?
Christopher Robin.
I've cracked.
Oh, I don't see any cracks. A few wrinkles, maybe. Oh, I do like a party.
Come on, Pooh.
What should happen if you forget about me?
Silly old bear. I won't ever forget about you, Pooh. I promise. Not even when I'm 100.
We should be working this weekend, Robin.
But I promised my wife and daughter I'd take them away this weekend.
All hands on deck.
You won't be coming to the cottage.
Well, it can't be helped.
Your life is happening now, right in front of you.
What to do, what to do, what to do. What to do indeed.
Pooh?
Christopher Robin.
No. The tree I remember was in the countryside, not here in London. There's no opening.
I suppose it's where it needs to be.
That's a silly explanation.
Why, thank you.
Pooh, why are you here?
Oh, yes, I need your help. I've lost all of my friends.
Let's get to the bottom of this. Look up, Pooh. Here I come. It would appear that I am stuck.
Have you just eaten honey?
I have not just eaten honey.
I wonder which way.
I always get to where I'm going by walking away from where I have been.
Do you?
That's the way I do it.
Hello, Eeyore.
Christopher Robin, it's you playing again.
Let's go and see if we can find Piglet.
I've already stayed far too long. Hello, everyone. It's Christopher Robin! So nice to see you all again.
Why, thank you.
Silly old bear. I was wrong about work. I was wrong about everything, and I've got to get back to my family.
Farewell, Christopher Robin. I would have liked it to go on for a while longer. Perhaps it's our turn to save Christopher. You must be Madeline.
Wait, you're the bear in my father's drawings.
Yes. Do you know where he is?
I do.
Let's bounce! I just saw the most preposterous imposter. Look at him.
Digger! Eeyore! Piglet!
If anyone wants to clap, now is the time to do it.
Oh, bother. Oh, dear, dear.
I don't remember being cheery.
People say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day.
No, Pooh, that's not the... Oh, never mind.
All right, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that. I want to give you my thoughts on it. I actually was going to put something out when the teaser came out, but it was so close to the Mary Poppins teaser in terms of form and the tone it set that I felt like it was almost like doing the same thing. But when they put out the full trailer for Christopher Robin, I really thought, okay, now I have something else to talk about and build on. I wouldn't feel like I was just saying the same thing over again for two different teasers. So hopefully the same thing will happen when they release the trailer for Mary Poppins. You get a little bit more of the story, a little bit more to talk about, so I don't feel like I'm just repeating myself. So in the trailer, they set the tone by saying how adulting is hard and how working is hard and work interferes with what's important in life with our family and spending time with them and having to make hard decisions. We see Christopher Robin kind of doing a job that he might not really want to do, or at least an assignment he doesn't want to do, and how it's interfering with his life. And we get to that, great point of what to do. And I really enjoyed this, and I loved how they introduced Winnie the Pooh. You hear the voice, and it gets you. You remember the cartoons, and it sounds almost exactly the same, except a little bit older. It's definitely Winnie the Pooh, but it might not be exactly the one you remember it. And it works. It works really well. Christopher Robin's older, and that's exactly what you needed. And just hearing the voice really makes you go, I know that. And it just starts stirring up the feelings, and then to turn around and just to see Winnie just at, right below eye level. You can't see his whole face. And it works. You want to see more. You really want to see what's happening. And then when you finally see his whole face with the Christopher Robin, when he says his name, and you're like, it stirs up the feels. You really enjoy it. You're like looking forward to it. I didn't like all I don't think we need from the studio that brought you Beauty and the Beast. We know it's Disney, and I understand they want to build on the live action and that they're converting their animation classics into live action. But I think we know it. I think we know Disney, but I guess with marketing, you just got to keep on building. I don't know if we needed that, but we know it's Disney. We know they're moving forward. The one thing it's just the great lines where he goes, I've cracked, and I don't see any cracks, but I see wrinkles. It's great. It makes you want to see more. And luckily you didn't have to wait too much longer. You were kind of wondering, what does everybody else look like? It looks pretty good. You want to see how did they do the other characters. And now we have the trailer, and it's great. The trailer, I think, did a really good job it gave us that little glimpse, like you want to see everybody else, and it gives you that 2 second, maybe not even 2 seconds, you see the whole gang, and you see Christopher Robin as a kid, and they give you that little glimpse of what's about to happen. Christopher Robin's moving away, he's not going to be at the 100 Acre Woods anymore, and you're guessing that's why he ends up in London. And maybe why, not only just growing up, but giving you a real practical answer why he moved away and no longer sees the characters from the 100 Acre Wood. And they move, they get the little bit of stuff that you saw in the trailer of, him seeing Pooh and wondering what's going on. And it gives you that first Poohism where he says, that's a silly answer, and Pooh takes it as a compliment. And this is why we like Pooh. This is what makes Pooh unique. You have the double meanings in words and the real simple answers that, I don't know if anybody's read the book, The Tao of Pooh, but it really gives you this why Pooh is important. These simple answers are sometimes the best answers, and the simple lifestyle is the best lifestyle. This is what brings you happiness, and you can see this is where that movie's going. Christopher Robin's not happy. He needs to reclaim some of his childhood and get that sense of wonder and the fantastic, and he does. He starts looking around for, like, how did you get here? Where's the entrance? And I loved the entrance into the 100 Acre Woods when Christopher Robin now gets stuck and it hasn't been eaten honey. Because if you grew up with those films, you're like, that's what I remember. You remember Pooh getting stuck in the tree. That's a whole, that's the whole thing. How do we get Pooh out of the tree? So just that little, callback to that really makes you want to go, that was great. Yes, I remember this. This is why Pooh resonates with us. We do remember those stories. And we do start getting introduced to other characters. We hear Eeyore, and you hear the voices, and that's what it really does. You start hearing the other characters, Tigger laughing, and you're like, yes, this is, you got all the original cast, and that's what it needed. It needed to bring that back. and you hear Eeyore say, "You're playing with us again," and that's what it's kind of harbors that harbors back to that Toy Story land where we've outgrown our toys, and that's what the toys really want. But that's a real practical answer. But again, the whole film, I think, is going to be about trying to keep the magic that we believe in while we're children alive while we're adults. And when Christopher Robin does have to go back, we move from that real simple piano playing in the background to this small orchestra playing with violins and full music going in, where the gang from the 100 Acre Woods is going to go into the real world now, and you get the gang gets introduced to Christopher Robin's daughter Madeline, and I think that's going to be a lot of part of the film where she as a child starts bonding with these characters and realizing they're real, and then they have to go and try and save their dad. They got to rescue Christopher Robin from adulthood. Who doesn't want that? And that's where a lot of that the mayhem comes in, and the stuffed animals being thrown all over the streets. And I'm not exactly sure where that's going to come in and how that's all going to fit into the narrative of the movie. But I do want to see more of that, and how they're going to bridge that gap of Christopher, doing right by his employer and yet bringing that childlike wonder into his life. One of the things I saw in this film that I really did like about the characters, they look like real stuffed animals, but they move like the cartoons and remember them. And you see it with Eeyore's ear flapping and Piglet clapping, and even Piglet's cape when they go through the hole in the tree. You're like all these little animation, all these little things that were there in the animation that you didn't realize, it looks real, but they're moving, even Piglet's ear, the way it moves the way it did in the animation. So they really captured that, but I didn't realize it until they do this close-up on Eeyore's face, that the eyes looked a little small. And I don't think I realized it until they did a close-up on Eeyore's face, and you finally get to see the pupil and the full eye, that when you were kind of step back from the characters, the eyes looked a little small. Not that they didn't look real, it just, I think so much of our character comes through in the eyes. So it'll be interesting how they bring that through. Now, I think so far they've done it great, because like the way Tigger bounces is really good. So I think it's going to be fine, but I just realized on that close-up, I was like, oh, I finally see, the depth in his eyes there. Some of the other characters won't matter because they just have like little black beads for eyes. So it probably won't matter, especially with Pooh. He has the black beads for eyes. Now, the final scene where we're going to hits the best, I'll call it a Poohism, where Pooh says, people say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day. Oh, it's the best. I mean, it's what makes Pooh different than other characters. And again, it's that simplicity of what do you mean, or do you mean what you say? And Pooh means what he says, and he goes that, and he's got to remind Christopher and us as an audience of what's really important. So I can't wait to see this film. It starts August 3rd. It's rated PG. Maybe we'll do a Mouse Magic movie meetup, and I used to do these a long time ago, but when I moved, kind of moved too far away, I don't go to the same movie theater. But let me know what you think. Did you like the trailer? Are you looking forward to this? Did you grow up on Winnie the Pooh? I know my son, this is not one of his favorites, but now he's looking forward to this. So it'll be interesting to see how the generations climb onto this. I know the younger kids are looking forward to this, but will it really hold their attention? Will it bring a new revival back into Pooh and wanting to see Pooh again and going back to the older movies? It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. So give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to share it. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe and hit the bell. You get notifications when I get make new movies. And I'll see you real soon.